So there I was, minding my own business, shoving a bore through the thicknesser. Then I thought I heard a whine. I have a collector running, I have the shopsmith running, maybe the furnace kicked on and it's running. I wasn't certain, maybe just my tinnitus. I listened a little harder, all the while hoping it wasn't my primary machine, my beloved shopsmith. Then I smelled it, a faint burning. Rubber, plastic, maybe. I immediately shut off my machine, now imagining the bicycle bearing exploding and shooting plexiglass across the room, and the dust collector hose whacking me in the face like a wet towel, stopping my progress and headed to turn off the collector. As I neared, I really caught a big whiff of shop vac death. The ozone impacting my olfactory senses. Something's burning. Not smoky, but distorted. And plastic, it's stinking. The motor housing was melted. The bearings had gotten so hot that they were melting the motor housing. It was screaming. It had been making this high-pitched squeak upon shutdown, and now it's dead. You guys know that noise of that high squealed shutdown of a finely tuned shop vac? Yeah, mine had been doing that for a couple of years actually, and I thought it was just well broken in. And we have found out different. So trip to my local Harbor Freight store, and we are back in business. Let's open this Bauer 6-horse shop vac up. I needed a mid-size vacuum, and I needed it today. This Bauer seemed intriguing because it had a price point of $55, and it allowed me to buy an extra clamp while I was at Harbor Freight. But it also accepts a 2-inch hose, which is really nice for my future hybrid dust collector. You got to stick around for that video, guys. The other nice thing is it appears that it is the same size filter as my other vac, my old vac. And I'm actually going to save the old filter housing off my deceased vac. You guys are going to have to stick around. That's probably going to be part of a muffler for the hybrid DC project. Let me zip the casters on this thing so we can see if my original DC hose fits, so I can get back to work. Well, looky there. I guess we got lucky. Part of my dust collection project will be routing the hoses overhead and in between the floor joist for my shopsmith here. I also have some blast gates I will be installing behind the slat wall and a very unique collector. So thanks for joining me today, folks. I'm actually quite impressed with the Bauer shop vac. I didn't really need a large one. I didn't want a large one. I can't actually handle a large one. I have 254 square feet shop right here. My main tool area that the dust collection is going to be in is about a 12 by 12 area. So you folks with maybe 8 by 10 shops, 12 by 10 shops, stuff like that, could probably really relate. I also needed to upgrade to run a hybrid dust collection system. It's going to be pretty unique. Not your 5-gallon job pails, not your 55-gallon drum styles or anything like that. It's actually going to be a square box and 2 boxes within that to kind of serve as a diffuser plenum, let's say. It's going to be pretty unique. I had a subscriber send me some dust collection hose from Amazon and also some blast gates and fittings and clamps. Super helpful. It's going to be 2.5-inch stuff. I had to be conscious of the size that I had to work with too, so that's why I went with a 2.5-inch dust collection hose. So I am able to run my hose and fittings behind my slat wall in a location over here, one behind me, and one that actually is going to be a drop up into the floor joist that's going to be dust collection for my shopsmith and my jointer area there. So it's actually going to be pretty unique. That square collector is actually going to serve as a hub, okay? A bulkhead per se. So I want you guys to stick around for that. If that video is already published for you folks that are watching in the future, There's a card right up there, and you can watch that dust collection system set up. And we're going to see if this works. You can probably see a project that I have going on right behind me. That is my second table saw. That is a Skill 3410 job site saw that I've had long before this Craftsman 113. And I'm putting it in a cabinet back there. So I'm actively working on this project right now, building a tabletop for it, hooking up some, building a plenum underneath basically for some dust collection that will also be supplied by my new collector, and lighting obviously. And I have to deal with this funny water main. So we're moving along with those projects. Customer projects are super busy still right now, so I'm managing all that. I'm glad you guys are still sticking around. Those of you that are still here, hit the subscribe button, give me a like, leave me a comment at the end of this video, guys, and let me know what you think. And if you're excited about my dust collection system set up, and get out your shop, start making some sawdust. How do I get up? Geez, right before the furnace kicked on too. Awesome timing.